Okay, so great morning once again, and welcome back in ABCD International family. Uh, so today is very historical day and a very auspicious date also. So 22 to 2022. Yet date, this date is choose for world record, and today we have invited 22 guests from 22 different countries, and today we will share 22 secrets from their interviews. So be ready for that. Before moving ahead, I want to introduce about ABCD International a little bit. So ABCD International is a business training consultancy. We provide various professional training programs like business training program, corporate trainings, life coaching, train the trainer, and lots of programs are there. And we conduct various international summits also. So we invite various speakers from different countries, and they share their knowledge, thoughts, views on different topics like business, life skills. So today we have a great guest from Greece. Her name is Rania Lampo. She uh, she's a global educator, and of course we will know more about her in interview. So welcome, ma'am, on ABCD International platform and in this World Record event.
Good morning. Good morning from Greece. I would like to convey my warm congratulations to the International Family for the organization of this wonderful event, the World Record event. I'm very honored and happy to be a part of this great project.
Thank you, ma'am. And so we would like to ask some questions, and we would like to know about your success journey. So can you briefly describe your journey so far, so our participants get some value from that?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a global educator, STEM educator, ICT teacher trainer, researcher, the national speaker, author of scientific books for kids, global peace ambassador, and also founder of many international humanitarian STEM projects based on sustainable development goals. My actual achievements concern my whole educational work, in particular education, I said before, science, innovation, international projects, research, peace, volunteerism, vulnerable groups, global network of teachers, and writing scientific book for kids. No, I have never stopped learning and evolving in my field so far, and my main interest is the combination of STEM education now with other fields of education, such as physics, astronomy, and language teaching. I mean, I'm the kind of versatile teacher. I like to do multiple things and different things. Also, I'm an active member of the Greek Astronomy Space Company, where I'm working as a STEM instructor. And the Hellenic Physics Society, where we organize many lectures, seminars, workshops. We're trying to popularize abstract concepts of astronomy, especially for the privileged children, because the privileged children are always my main concern and my target group I want to work with. Of course, of this is the goal of all these activities is to promote worldwide STEM vision, and to attract a wide audience, make astronomy and physics more interesting and more accessible, especially to children of young children. Because I believe that astronomy is a very important area of knowledge. It's unfairly curriculum which is unfairly, excluded from analytic programs, scholar programs all around the world. even in Greece here. So I think that it's very, very important to be integrated again in the school curriculum. Children and adults are very fascinated by astronomy, and they should start from an early age. So organize many activities and coaching programs for teachers also. We're trying to use space themes in order to increase our students' interest in science, to enhance their scientific literacy and improve their skills in STEM. And the aim of all my programs, of all my lectures, of all my webinars is to familiarize teachers with modern and challenging teaching approaches, especially in science, so that they can successfully transfer their experience and knowledge to both their students and colleges. Of course, we're talking about all this framework of the 21st century skills. Apart from that, I have written recently courses of astronomy for children of 5 to 8 and 9 to 12 years old. This program combines, again, STEM with astronomy and also astronomy with robotics. And it is something that's very, very fascinating, especially for, as I said before, underprivileged children. So, of course, I find it very easy to work hard many hours in a row. But, you know, I really love what I'm doing, because I love to collaborate with many people, especially teachers all around the world, students all around the world. And I know that there is no perfection in the world, but I'm only trying to make things, you know, better and better. I have to sacrifice, of course, many things in my life for all this heavy schedule and all these multiple activities. But everything I do becomes meaningful because of my students. I want to see them become the best version of themselves. And I also want to see myself in the best possible version. And life can be very interesting when you are on this never-ending journey.
Ma'am, know one thing more about you. You involved with STEAM education. So, how did you get involved with STEAM education?
Sorry, I can hear you. Can hear again. And can you please repeat that?
How did you get involved with STEAM education?
Like you know, I was appointed in public secondary education first, and after some years, I moved to primary education. And this was a significant moment in my career because you know, children, primary school students are more flexible, they are more creative. You can do miracles with primary school students. So a significant moment of my career was my participation as a flexible zone teacher. Flexible zone in Greece is a program which allows you to implement interdisciplinary projects. So there, as a flexible zone teacher, I had the chance to participate in a very innovative program, which is organized by CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, and especially by the CMS, particle CMS experiment of CERN. And this concerned teaching particle physics to primary school students. So I had the students of 6 to 12 years old. I had to teach the particle physics. The challenge was huge. And the main challenge was that I had to redesign the curriculum, redesign the syllabus, of course, because the curriculum in Greece, I think all around the world, does not include modern physics in primary education or particle physics. So I had to be creative, innovative. I have to make science fun, challenging, and interesting for my students. I had to use materials that could motivate my students' creativity, such as Lego, clay, cardboards, to use new technologies such as 3D printing, to integrate technology and free digital tools in our lessons. Also, another challenge, of course, was the age of my students. We're talking about very young children, so I have to design activities that would be suitable to their age, to their needs. And what was the outcome of the program was the children were very enthusiastic about science. We produced original audiovisual material in a format of educational resources, which is valuable not only for students, but also for adults, for everyone who is interested in modern physics. And all these programs, I forgot to say that so far I have received for the school projects over 130 the national awards. I was elected among the best teachers in the world with the Global Teacher Prize of Archi Foundation, a Global Teacher Award, and 3 consecutive times. And also I was selected also among 10 women entrepreneurs of in Fortune. Feature in Fortune, and among 100 successful women in an Amazon book. So now, apart from this, since it was the first time when I got involved in STEM education, it's interesting to say that STEM education focus on real life problems, on projects that involve active participation of students, collaboration, inquiry-based learning. And this is important. Why? Because we needed to give to our students authentic real-life problems and challenges that they will face, such as the problems that they will face in the future, later in their career. So I think that STEM is the future of education. And now I'm teaching STEM as a volunteer and to students with special needs, to refugees, and also to Children's Ecological Hospital. And I'm also designing STEM projects, big STEM projects, international, that implemented mostly in Africa and Asia.
Okay. So thank you, ma'am, for sharing this. So I would like to ask one more question, and it's related to your person. So can you tell us about your humanitarian work?
Mm-hmm. Well, recently I was appointed here in Greece as the National Ambassador of Volunteers with Education, and the Greek Academy helped us of the Greek Academy Volunteerism. And actually, my role here is to promote the message of volunteers, because I have spent a great part of my life in service learning. As I said before, I teach as a volunteer to underprivileged children. And also, I'm the founder of many successful international projects based on sustainable development goals. The first one was about water education to students in Malawi, in Africa. We're talking about a great challenge, because how it is possible to teach about water awareness to students who are thirsty, or students who do not have clean water to drink. So I designed a course there. It was very successful because we managed to obtain sanitation filtering equipment from institutions of the USA, and 6 wells were drilled in areas of Malawi where children had to walk about 90 minutes to find clean water to drink. So we're talking about the great impact of this project. And also there I had the chance to combine again STEM education with humanitarian causes. How STEM there? Of course, we did not have technology or any other school supplies. We're talking about students who didn't have any school supplies at all. But we tried to use natural resources, and students were amazingly very, very creative. Apart from this, I designed another program which was implemented in India, and it's called Food for Thought, and it had a great impact because it inspired teachers in India to visit slums and educate their families, donate to families, and educate them about healthy combinations, food combinations in case of food shortage. Another one program, a humanitarian program, was again in Africa and Asia about during the COVID pandemic. where I'm trying to teach them about the causes of spreading of the disease, but at the same time to integrate challenging activities such as creating artistic masks, face masks. And my most recent humanitarian program is inspired by high rates of gender-based violence in Nigeria. And it's called Gender-Based Violence, Why Peace It's a Much Better Option. And the outcome of this project is the strengthening of the idea of peace among members of societies that experience conflict, especially gender-related conflict. And apart from this, I'm also fighting for the equality between women and men in the field of natural sciences. And I'm organizing many activities for women's rights. And also with my students, we have produced many activities such as radio shows in the European School Radio and educational videos about women scientists till today. And all, of course, this program, I forgot to say also that I participated in the school curriculum of Zambian teachers. There I designed activities for students, as I said before, that we didn't have any school supplies at all. All this program aimed to promote positive peace and are addressed to students who suffer from all the disadvantages of negative peace, such as lack of water and food. And of course, as I always say, these programs cannot stop wars, but they can improve quality of life and standard of living of these students. So here also in Greece, as an international ambassador, I will try to promote the message of volunteerism. It's very important because, for instance, in Greece, we haven't developed this culture of volunteerism and service learning. So it's important to integrate the volunteerism in primary education, and if it's possible in preschool age, because in this age, children should be inculcated and cultivated values such as trust, compassion, altruism, especially now, this period when we have natural disasters, such as disasters of climate change or earthquakes. Here in Greece, we had in the summer many these kind of problems. So humanitarian aid is something that should be learned and should be cultivated in primary education. So I'm trying to promote this to integrate this value in school curriculum. From my position here, the Greek Minister of Education, I forgot to say that I'm working at the Greek Minister of Education, the Directorate of Educational Technology and Innovation. And at the same time, I'm working for the creation of networks of Greek volunteers all around the world who will transfer all this message through a small country like Greece. And apart from this, I'm also designing programs for here in Greece. I have designed a new program about environmental awareness, which is called SOS for Changing the Earth Climate. And it tries to combine STEM education with environmental awareness.
Yeah, so ma'am, I would like to one more questions. So you are an educator. So what qualities are important for an educator?
You know, good teachers have a huge impact on learners and help them engage in lifelong learning. So good teachers can make a world of difference on a child from any age. I think that the biggest qualities would be patience, because you know every student will have their own unique struggles. Some children will have difficult time reading, or others have difficult time in maths. So patience in the teacher is a key to helping students overcome the struggles. And of course, the main quality for educator is to love children. Of course, it's the first one. The second one is empathy, because empathy is a very important quality. Children and youth have feelings, intense feelings, and they're often dealing with more than we know outside the classroom. So as a teacher, it's important to be at the same time guide, to be facilitator, to be a mentor for these kids, to help them become emotionally mature. And also, it's important when we teach to be sensitive and thoughtful, to make sure that our learners feel that they are safe in a safe environment. So at the same time, also great teachers are those who try for self-improvement, to look at themselves objectively and see where they can improve. That can be teaching methods, that could be subject matter or people skills, because when teachers can review themselves and know where to focus their attention, they can become also even better. And also, teachers should be willing to engage in lifelong learning. Actually, the qualities of good teachers are the qualities of great leaders. And great leaders are those who can create inclusive environments, positive atmosphere, those who are passionate about their work, those who have a vision, those who can lead by example. There's those who are role models for students, because we are role models for students, and passionate, as I said before, because passion is a critical ingredient for nearly anyone who wants to be successful and happy in his job. And my experience as a global educator taught me that a good teacher is a great leader. A leader is someone who can restructure the brain of young people and can influence its future. And as a neuroeducation researcher, I learned that human brain is a miracle that should be treated with respect, and especially during the everyday practices. So I think that these qualities are very, very important for
Shut up,
teachers.
woman.
Whoa,
Yeah, shut
man,
up,
that's a
woman.
little messed up, man. I'm trying to learn here.
Asshole.
Keep going, ma'am. Keep going, ma'am. Keep going, ma'am.
Okay.
Don't mute me, woman.
भाई आलू ले लो, प्याज ले लो, गोभी ले लो, टमाटर ले लो।
I said don't mute me.
ओ भाई राना लंपू,
Okay.
रानिया लंपू, रानिया लंपू, रानिया लंपू, रानिया लंपू, रानिया लंपू, रानिया लंपू,
Radi.
रानिया लंपू।
Hey, miss.
Rania. Excuse me, miss. I have a question.
Miss Lampu.
I think some people.
Miss, I have a question. Don't mute me.
So
Miss, I have a
thank you,
question.
ma'am.
Miss teacher. Miss teacher.
Okay. So I would like to ask the next question, ma'am.
I have a question.
So participants can ask question after some time. Participants can ask question after some time.
Ma'am, I got a question.
Okay, 1 minute.
God is good. God.
No, the link is hacked,
I have
so
a
I think
question.
we should be careful, because the link